Cool view.
Local units.
Jackrabbit, ready for action. Where do you need me, boss?
Hello there. Welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to take a look at the Halo Wars 2 UNSC Jackrabbit Blitz. This set originally came out in 2015. It has 91 pieces, it's got an 8+ age rating, and it comes with one figure being Spartan Douglas-042. Actually went ahead and picked up two of these recently. I picked up this one sealed, and then I picked up another one that was a loose one that came with a couple of figures. This one came in. I'm still waiting on the loose one. That one hasn't come in yet, but I went ahead and grabbed two of these. I don't really know why. I've been kind of on a Halo Wars 2 kick lately, so I bought a bunch of the older Halo Wars 2 sets, so you're probably going to see those here in the next couple of days. This one will probably show up in the haul video. I'll probably do the haul video after I do this video, but just so you're aware, it is here. We'll see. I'm not sure when the order of stuff getting released is going to be today. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Make sure you like the video, and go ahead and drop a comment down below if this is a set that you're interested in, or if you didn't really care for any of the new vehicles that were added to Halo lore via Halo Wars 2. And with that, I've got nothing else for you guys, so let's go ahead and start diving into this. So, taking a look at our packaging, we've got Atriox here on the left. You've got kind of like this white, jagged background. You've got, looks like a city ruins, maybe Forerunner, maybe humans ruins. You got Halo up at the top. You got the vehicle here in motion. You got Douglas sticking a pistol out the side. Then you've got a Halo Wars 2 branding right here. UNSC Jackrabbit Blitz. A couple of different languages. 91 pieces, 8+. You got the Mega Bloks logo with the black, light gray, and white. And then we'll go ahead and look at the top of the box. You got some like Forerunner tech detail, Halo, Douglas who's dual wielding, some black magnums. You got the Mega Bloks logo, and then you get the set number, which is David Paul John 90 or DPJ90. Coming over to this side, you've got the Halo branding, you've got the UNSC, it's multiple languages, and then Mega Bloks with the set number at the top there. Other side, you got a big picture of Atriox, Mega Bloks. Let's go to the bottom side, or over. You got a whole bunch of legal stuff that you need to worry about if you care about it. You've got the manufacturing date as well as a UPC that probably won't matter since this set is 10 years old at this time. We'll go ahead and flip her over to the back side. On the back side, we've got the Halo logo, Mega Bloks logo. We've got a picture of the Magnum, the M6D Magnum ×2. You got a picture of Douglas with his armor slightly removed. UNSC Spartan Douglas-042, Microsoft Studios 343, 2015, Microsoft copyright, legal stuff. Then you've got the Jackrabbit. It's kind of showing some of the motion. This looks like the canopy kind of opens up as well as the gun swivels on the back. You got the figure there. And then you've got, what is that, Sierra Squad? I think that's Sierra Squad right there. Or no, Sierra, I think. Maybe Victor, I can't remember. I don't know those ones off the top of my head. And then looks like Gauss Hog with a couple of Spartans. I don't have either of those sets this time. I say at this time. We'll see. Maybe I'll get them in the future. And sadly, this is that era where they were gluing the boxes shut instead of taping them. So there's going to be no real way of getting into this pretty. Kind of seems like the bottom side is going to be the easier side to get into. Just because the top side seems to have got a little bit extra glue. Just kind of pop this open. I'm not a big fan of this, especially if I wanted to keep the box. But we're not going to keep them sealed. I don't keep sets sealed, only when they're sitting waiting. So go ahead and dump everything out, and we'll take a look. That's everything out of the box. There are instructions here. So our parts checklist handy. Actually, this would be where they had them at the front of the manuals. There is your first page of parts list if you need it, and second page just kind of shows you how to assemble your figure and how to assemble the wheels. So we'll put the instructions towards the back. And it looks like we got 4 bags. One of the bags has our figure with weapons, and then we get 3 bags of parts here. And there she is, all built up with her figure out and everything fully assembled. There's only one extra piece in the set, which is one of these little clip arms in this metallic silver color. That was the only extra piece that I had. And then we get our figure. It comes with a black stand to stand on. kind of almost can't even tell, but that is a black stand, and then the vehicle is in the dark green color that Mega was using around the 2015 time era. As for the Jackrabbit build itself, it is a 3-wheeled kind of inverse trike where you've got one big wheel in the back and 2 small wheels in the front. In-game, these are kind of on a suspension system that moves up and down. The actual physical model does not have that. It's pretty much static. There's some slight bend to it, but not very much, and it snaps back into position once you're done moving it. You get 2 printed parts, being this panel here, this fender, has the UNSC logo on the one side here in white, no logo on the opposite side, and then this front hood piece has a gray, whoop, I dropped it, it's got a gray printed stripe down the center. Those are going to be the only 2 printed pieces aside from the figure parts. And what else do these guys say? So this just kind of lifts up, you can fit your figure in there, you got a nice big gray seat, and he's got some gray handlebars to hang on to. And then you've got this cannon here. It's kind of built on these clips. You also have a removable windshield you can pull off. And I guess if you want to, you can pull the whole assembly off, which was not intended, but it happened. Pop her all back down. What I was trying to say is there's a windshield here. You can take that off if you don't want a windshield, but it is there. And then coming over to the other side, you have clips on the side so you can store 2 weapons. The set comes with the 2 magnums in black, so those can fit on there nicely. And then we can just go ahead and throw our figure right into the kind of seat here, whatever you want to call it. Kind of fits right in, just like so. We can clip them onto the handlebars, close the windscreen. Ah, that's not what you want to see on a review, but we'll keep it in. Well, we will keep it in because that's what happens, is it breaks apart if you kind of shove it too hard. Let's see if I can get him to go in. There we go. All right, there is our figure in the vehicle. Kind of a tight fit. This would almost work better with an old articulation figure, I think, that's a little bit smaller. But he fits in there. Got your windscreen, got your gun on the back. Looks nice. There's that, and we'll bring the figure in close. Coming in close on our figure here, Douglas has the number 042 printed in silver right on his chest here. If I can get the camera to want to focus on it. Yeah, the 042 as well as 2 red triangles printed there on the left side of his chest. He's got his visor printed in gold, and then on his right shoulder, you've got this Spirit of Fire eagle, or phoenix. I think it's a phoenix, not an eagle. What am I saying? If the camera wants to focus, kind of black on a red background. That's what you see as the Spirit of Fire's emblem in-game in Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2. Then he does not have matching shoulders. Is that how it's depicted in the instructions? Just curious. No, he does not have matching shoulders in the instructions, so that is what it is. So you got this shoulder here that's kind of more rounded, and then this shoulder here that's a little bit more detailed. So, interesting. I did not know he had mismatched shoulders. And then as for a comparison, I'll bring in Jerome here. This is the one that comes in the 20th character pack. They don't look too off in color. They definitely look closer. If I bring in, here is Alice from Red Team Rescue. This is the only Alice I have, even though I do own 2 Kodiaks. I don't actually own the Alice from the Kodiak set. So there is Alice. This is a much more metallic green versus the more olive drab green of the other 2 figures. So we'll get Alice out of the way because she does not match either of them. But these 2 are actually fairly close. You will notice Douglas does have some speckling mixed in, kind of that darker green speckling, but the actual base color is, I think, the same color as Jerome here. But like I said, there is that speckling mixed into Douglas's green, so it's not a 100% match, but it looks close enough that these 2 standing next to each other, you wouldn't notice that they're different unless you look really close. But yeah, they look good. I like it. I need to track down the Alice from the Kodiak, and then that way I can have all 3 of them. I don't know if they ever made Jerome. Did they ever make Jerome in a older, or not older articulation, but in a older color like this from Halo Wars 2. I'm assuming that they did, since he's one of like the only main characters from that game, but I actually don't know off the top of my head if they ever actually did. Because I know they made him in the character pack, which is the one that I have here, and then they also did the Red Team Rescue, which I'm actually not sure where the other two figures from Red Team Rescue disappeared off to. I just, for whatever reason, found Alice. I don't know what I did with Jerome or Douglas, so that's why they're not in the video, but I figured that was enough of a comparison. You can kind of get the three different types of armor for Red Team here. As for a size comparison, here's the Jackrabbit next to the Ghost of Requiem Ghost. So you can kind of get an idea. The Ghost is going to be significantly wider because it does have those wings, but the overall body profile is relatively the same. There is that. Let's see, and as for width-wise, Jackrabbit's going to be a little bit longer than the Ghost, just by, like, I don't know, whatever the size of my pinky is. Okay, real quick before we get into final thoughts, I do want to make an amendment. I did build the set incorrect. I did have the handlebars upside down. They are supposed to face this way versus the other way where I had it earlier. So somebody might have already corrected me in the comments, but joke's on you. I already fixed it. Okay, as for the actual set, when you don't have a figure in it, I really like it. I'm just not a huge fan of how high or how low the kind of handlebar with the windscreen sits, because it looks like it's blocking his line of sight. If you look down, because this eye line is pretty much right where the top of that bar is, right down the center of this. So not a big fan of that, but otherwise I do like this set. I will probably end up removing these bars on the side. Ooh, what was that? Something came off. Oh, his shoulder armor. Whoopsies, whoopsies. Okay, so I will probably end up removing this piece here, and I'll probably put like a 1x4 tile if I can find one in that dark green color right there. Maybe I'll just remove the clips and the guns from that, just because it doesn't look great aesthetically from a person that doesn't want stuff like that, but it is what it is. Gun looks good. Everything else about the set I do like. It looks very accurate to the model in-game, and I'll probably try and throw up some footage of it in-game if I can, but that's Jackrabbit. And that's about all I got for you. It rolls very nicely, so it does have that going for it. That's going to be all I got for you today, so make sure, do me a favor, if you haven't liked the video already, that you do so. Go ahead, drop a comment down below if this is a set you'd be interested in picking up, and most importantly, if you haven't hit the subscribe button already and you're still at this point in the video, please go ahead and do so. That way, whenever I drop new Halo Mega content, you'll be informed, especially if you turn on the notification bell. Alright guys, peace out, and remember reach.